So, Namaskar, welcome to Honest Astrologer. Today we talk about Mars in the 7th house, and Mars in the 7th house is a very powerful and significant astrological placement that influences how a person experiences relationships and partnerships. So, this is also considered Manglik and a very strong one. So, these people make dominating partners. I do not necessarily believe it to be a bad placement. In fact, I consider it a decent placement, particularly for male natives. Even for female natives, it is okayish, but for males, it is much better. Mars being a male planet, it has much more impact on the male charts. So, after all, like they say, men are from Mars. So, I just work here. I don't make the rules. I just follow them. So, plausible deniability. So the first thing you guys need to remember that is that Mars is passion and aggression and male energy and power struggle, everything which is very male. So this placement, 7th house is a mixed blessing. 7th is the house of your relationships, your partners. It's also the house of any other person that you are dealing with. It is not just your spouse, it can also be your business partner, it can also be a person you are dealing with in your office, somebody you are dealing with at bank. So anybody you are addressing or focusing on becomes your 7th house. Even if you are in a boxing ring, the other boxer becomes your 7th house. So this is an example. I will give this credit to Parashara ji. Learn from him. So whenever you are addressing somebody or focusing on somebody face to face, that person indicates your 7th house. So a lot depends on how you treat other people. A lot of how you treat other people depends on your 7th house. So for example, moon in the 7th house, they want to be loved by everybody. Mars in the 7th house want to dominate everybody. Not necessarily in a bad way, but yes, these people have a built-in aggression. Remember, Mars doesn't necessarily give evil results till the time there is no impact of Shani, Rahu or Ketu, at times Sun on it. Particularly Shani Mars, I've seen very dominating people. We'll talk about it in other videos, but Mars standing alone is not necessarily evil. He can be aggressive, but is not bad. While people get aback by their aggressive approach, these people can also be endearing, honest, protective, and have a childlike vulnerability to them. So, Mars, as we all know, is the karaka of passion. They usually look very handsome. They have a strong masculine energy about them. They have excellent physiques, and these guys fall in love fast. And thanks to their physical appearance, they usually have very fit bodies and handsome faces, so they have little difficulty in attracting the opposite gender. Their bodies are well built. Men have strong, broad jaws, which gives them a heroic look. Even women look pretty in a sporty, jesty sort of way. And both genders have fit, athletic bodies, which are very well built. Now, coming to relationships, this placement brings a lot of intense, fiery passion. Their romances are wild, and whatever they do, it is never half hearted. They will never bore their partners. They can terrify them, but will never bore them. There is always this high energy, intense passion around them, which can scare a meek partner away or can make a partner absolutely fall in love with them madly. Remember, Mars is a power planet. So Mars does get into power struggles, but unlike Sun, it lacks the diplomacy and its aggression can be in your face. There can be frequent disagreements, disputes, arguments, quarrels, and conflicts. I said that Mars does dadagiri wherever he sits. So these guys try to do their dadagiri with whomsoever they meet, particularly their spouses and partners. So they are the dominating partners in romantic relationships. Their romances are either very passionate or they just collapse. However, their social lives are usually a disaster. So these people especially get into confrontation with others who do not know them. If those who know them, they know that they are aggressive, but they do not wish any menace. But 7th house Mars people have a tendency of getting in crosshairs of other people because of their bluntness and aggression. But whatever friends they have, they understand that these guys might be dominating, but they are also protective and loyal, unlike, let's say, Shani or Rahu heavy people. Remember, Mars is an impulsive planet, so these guys are very impulsive by nature, and because of Mars aspect on the first and second house, they are impulsive with their relationship decisions, they are impulsive with their investment decisions. They can get into short, whirlwind romances and get married to the wrong person just because they want it right here, right now. They can end up putting their money in a risky investment and make considerable losses, but most of the time they don't care. They usually learn to not care about money early in life, and they just burn through their money, and they just live passionately, be it through the money or through the relationship. It's always a passionate affair. They are quick to start a relationship and are similarly quick to end one, and this is why it is considered a difficult placement in marriage. There is some truth to the Manglik thing, but it is not all that bad. This position has been blown out of proportion. I think Manglik is highly overrated. So if the boy and girl are in love and one of them is Manglik, please don't break them up just because some Panditji said so. Love has its way of managing. Maybe the girl loves the guy so much because he's so aggressive, or the guy likes the girl so much because she is so protective and energetic. So while these guys are not easy spouses to handle, please do not break up loving couples just because there is a Manglik in one chat. Now, having said that, like I said, they make passionate lovers and intense amount of physical energy. They are almost always able to keep their partners happy and satisfied when it comes to the physical side of relationship, because but these guys are full of high testosterone, and there is some risk of infidelity if they feel bored or dull or dissatisfied with their partner, but it is not necessary. It can be handled. Seventh house Mars is not a deal breaker when it comes to marriage. So another thing about these people, they are very assertive. They never back down. They have intense amounts of courage, and it could be an armed gangster, a policeman, or a sitting judge. They are going to speak their mind, and they will not back down from a fight, a debate, or even a street riot. Never mind if they have to suffer a considerable personal, physical, or financial damage. These are not the guys who would back off. Then these people tend to have high levels of energy and seldom get tired. They are often involved in one or the other kind of physical activity. I have usually seen a lot of sportsmen with this placement. I have seen policemen, army people, firefighters. So their high energy and extreme courage makes them fit for those activities. Good thing, these guys are usually fit at almost all ages. If you see a 65-year-old working hard at a gym, he certainly has a strong Mars, probably in 1 or 7 in his chart. And one good part about being in relationship with them is that they are very fiercely protective of the people they love. Yes, they can be dominating, they can have high expectations, they can be difficult to handle, but when it comes to protecting and providing, these guys, particularly the males, do a good job. They are not big savers and they can burn up money, but they have enough energy to make sufficient amounts of money in order to ensure that their family leads a comfortable life. Having said that, the real Mars beauty comes out when it comes to protecting the family. So, a Mars in 7th guy, you do not mess with his family, particularly with the love of his life. So these guys are the protectors of the realm, and as long as they are there, they will fight a mob in order to protect the people they love. So as you can see, there are good sides to this placement as well. Coming to the career front, these guys thrive on competition. They will not back off. They will fight it out on anything, right from a sports game to a business venture to a competitive exam. These guys just refuse to lose. Same goes in their love life, same goes for their careers. While they make very good lone wolf workers, they can finish a week's worth of work in one day. They can finish a lot of pending tasks faster than anybody. But these guys are usually not great team players. They can be action oriented, hard negotiators, more of a belligerent soldier than a team player. So it's better to let them be themselves and work as an individual contributor. So bosses who put them in high pressure, high intensity, but solo individual contributor jobs, where they will find that these employees can do wonders. And the problem is they should not be put in situations where they have to take a lot of orders, do a lot of people pleasing, or have to work in a team with a lot of people. You will spend half of your time managing their conflicts. And just like Mars in the first, Mars in the seventh also has a habit of getting into conflicts and making enemies wherever they go because of their rough, obnoxious, and in your face attitude. They either make great buddies or they create bitter enemies wherever they go. There is nothing half hearted about Mars people. Then there is the thrill seeking part. Mars can do anything, he can endure any kind of exhaustion, pain, but he cannot endure boredom. They hate stagnation in anything, it could be their careers or relationships. A continuous dope of adrenaline is what Mars craves for. So they might stir up drama just for the sake of thrill and excitement and just to feel that adrenaline rush. And they can create this drama in their personal as well as professional lives. They do not wish to be dominated or led by others. They usually want to work alone and independently. They, by the way, make very good handymen. They are very comfortable with tools, right from a hammer to wrench to whatever. And they can very easily open everything from a car to a clock and then put it back together. They are very comfortable with handy tools and firework. They make great mechanics as well as engineers, not the IT engineer types, but more of mechanical engineer types. So Mark is the karaka of engineering, especially mechanical and pyro engineering. So they work with machines and fires very easily with very little fear. Like most people, they do mature with age, but if they have a heavy Shani in their chart, they will mature. But barring that, these people more or less remain teenagers at heart. Another thing they have is a lovely capacity to bounce back from depression or hard times unless their moon is very badly compromised. Given that even if there is an average moon in the chart, these guys can write great bounce back stories. They can come back from virtually any disaster. They have a ridiculously positive faith in their own ability to win, and usually they win in the end, but as they are very hard to keep down. Also, Mars in the seventh is a mixed placement when it comes to health. It can give them dental injuries, facial scars, lower body injuries, etc., which is another side effect of this placement. One last thing, these guys love the outdoors. So you just cannot keep up with them when it comes to going outside and traveling and going to the gym and all. They might travel 600 kilometers and then want to go work out at a gym and play tennis in the evening and attend club at night while their spouses just want to lie down and sleep. That can lead to conflicts, but remember, they have an inexhaustible reservoir of energy. So let them do their own thing if you do not have the matching energy, and most of us do not have. So I always tell these people to work out regularly and put their energy out in a physical sport. They make very good players. They are usually gym rats and they don't get tired easily. They are happier outside the house versus inside the house. So when you take that energy out, you take it out on machines and gym equipment, you feel happier, healthier, and you do not hammer the people around you. Constructive outlets like gym, yoga, sports, and particularly combat training like boxing or martial arts will allow them to work off that steam which would have come out as anger or frustration. Now, coming to the last thing, it is a manglik, but not a bad kind of manglik, should not be a deal breaker. I have seen that these guys are more likely to get into love marriages because they hate to listen to anybody up to and including their parents, and they usually refuse to obey the tradition. So, love marriage is a very likely outcome, and they are good providers and protectors, so that should not be a problem. So, with Manglik has been blown out of proportion. Not every Manglik is a bad Manglik. Remember that, and please, I repeat, do not break up loving couples just because one of them is a Manglik. There are remedies that can be done, and this is not necessarily a bad Manglik. So when it comes to friends, they make very good friends with people with heavy sun, heavy Jupiter, and heavy moon. They make good partners and lovers with such people as well. So best remedy for these people is to work out their esteem in sports and physical activity and be kind to their partners. They should understand that a healthy Mars is a protector and not a dominator. He is a defender and not a dictator. Another tip for these people: when you get angry, do not talk, do not lash out, write your thoughts in a Word document, delete it, write them on a letter, then tear it off. Get that anger and poison out of your system. Do not let it hurt your loved ones or the people around you. Apart from that, one very simple remedy to pacify Mars is to do the Mars mantra. You can also keep a silver Mars yantra. And of course, there is Hanuman Chalisa, which brings a lot of benefits up to and including improving your Mars. But apart from these, one should look at the chart before prescribing any gemstone or some hardcore remedy. So it's safer to take natural, neutral, positive, sattvic remedies which can do no harm. So with this, we come to the end of this video. If you learn to manage your energy well, it can turn out to be an excellent placement. Jai Mangal Dev, Jai Bajrang Bali.